Monday the 2nd of October 23, on my way to the coast near Filey, and to get to the coast I come across this sign. Now it's not marked on the map as the coast path, so I'll video it from here and see how we get on. It goes down this track according to that sign. Two very interesting what look like holiday properties, especially that one and the other one, and we're going off down the track. Even though that's a farm, I guess the track doesn't go that way, and there's a signpost right on the horizon up there. There's a road at the end along which a bus has just gone to the right, probably coming back in a minute, leads to Reighton Gap. And as I thought, with the acorn up there, that is the England coast path, finally 4 miles. It looks like it's avoiding Reighton Sands Holiday Park. Down the edge of this field. It's 12:15 now. It took me about 11 hours to get here on 4 buses and a walk into Mansfield in the first place. There's Filey and probably the Primrose Valley Caravan Park. The stretch I'm doing in these few days is from Wilsthorpe, just south of Bridlington, up to Filey Brigg. It's part of the section that starts at Hull and goes up the Holderness coast. It doesn't include Spurn Point, which is gradually being washed away. I did do that many years ago, but since then the tide has come across, and I think probably comes across more and more regularly now, so it's not been included in the England coast path. Right, we've recovered the coastal sections of the walk. It should be a simple one back to Primrose Valley on the way to Filey. Beautiful beach in front. I can't see anybody on it at all. The angle of the promontory though makes it northeast, I think, that piece, and there's Filey Brigg in the distance. There's a little bit of a breeze, so there are 1 or 2 people on this section of the beach. There's a runner, and let's see if we can get into those 2. The dog. 40 times zoom. Shaky. And that's the way I'm walking. Looking back, I can see some high cliffs. Is that Bempton Cliffs? I've never been there before. Not walked the stretch up from Spurn Point Gate to Filey before. just a standard footpath sign, nothing to designate it as the England coast path. Well, this looks a fascinating bit. And on it goes. Well, there's no end to it. What comes out the other side? Never ending. I'll have to stop this video now, otherwise it'll be getting boring. It's coming to an end now. The section missed out was quite long. A bit of fence here which is useful. You could easily leap over there in error. I wonder how long this bit of path will remain here. It's a wonder it's not been closed as a danger. We're at the back of those bungalows who don't really have easy access to the beach because there's a ravine in between which we've got to go down into now. Down the steps, continuing down the steps. When we get to the bottom, what's going to happen then? No doubt we go up the other side. That's the usual arrangement. Down a second set of steep steps. The path goes through the ground near this little hut which says private property, keep out. There's an access to the beach, but our way I can see an arrow, not an England coast path arrow, just a general footpath arrow telling us to go up that track to the left. Of course it's uphill. Oh, here we are. And that's the one with the acorn on. That's going up there. And you can see the way back, that's where I've just come down. You can see the railings, but it's still up this tarmac track. We've got a sign here, public footpath and private road. Please keep to the designated routes and do not climb on any cliffs or banks. Thank you, North Yorkshire County Council. So up here, the noise is from the swimmer. This one, an impressive England coast path sign, public footpath and private road. There's a beach cafe. In the absence of any signs at this point, I'm going to go up the track here and see what we see at the top. No waiting on this narrow road between the 21st of March and 31st of October, although I can't imagine at any other time why anybody would want to wait on this road. That was the right route up that track. Could have been clearer with the sign. Where are we there? Don't think it means towards that pole through the hawthorns and things. It's this way. Common Big Up car park. What a pleasant spot. And I think the undergrowth stops you sitting in the car and seeing the sea. So people might have to get out and walk a bit. Oh dear. And I see a seat. Apple time. With a nice view. Important information, no camping, no overnight parking here. That's how the field developed where the car parking was after I've left the seat. Just one vehicle at this end of the field. England Coast Path mentioned there. Continuing along the cliff top path. I've still got over an hour before check-in time. 2 o'clock it was. And up the other side. This path's definitely going the wrong way now. Must be going around an inlet of some sort, I think. At this point where it turns, you can see the cause of the problem. This big hole going down to the sea. Oh, there's a stream at the bottom of it. A slight dip for us. And up the other side. Another sign here, just to confirm the route. And we're dropping down to the main part. This is the main bit. The other was just a tributary of it. And we've got this which will help a bit. The bridges have helped quite a bit. It would have been a very awkward walk without these. That's down there. But at least we're at the height that I'd like to be. We'll have to see what happens before Primrose Valley. It's now 1:05, and we've got another sign, plenty of signs. There's really no way to deviate from this track, but the signs are helpful. There's some houses on the right hand side. The other side of another cavernous ravine. It's a very nice part, this is. track comes out into the middle of this group of houses. Through the gate. And across to the corner over there where there's another sign. We're into our holiday village now. On the corner here is a sign that's easily missed, so let's follow this down-turned drive. On the coast path you can't go too far on if it says to the beach. And at the corner here we've got the posts with the coast path indicated on. There it is, down Silver Sands Way. To the beach, and the coast path turns right here. Not that I want the beach, I just want the coast path. Please follow permissive path signs until posts featuring the acorn recommence. Oh, what does that mean? It's getting a bit overgrown this way. Yes, I wonder if this is the one. I don't think this can be the track because it's not very well kept. I might have to go back in a second. Oh, it's opened up a little bit. And there it comes to a stop. So back I'll go. At this junction I went down there to the right. Now there's the sign that I missed. Permissive path. There we are. And it goes along here. So that's the one. And this path eventually rejoins the tarmac one. There's another one of those permissive path signs. And join up here. For the moment I'm going to stop at this junction and go into the caravan site and see if I can work out where I am. I might be able to remember where this is to take it up, going on to Filey and Filey Brigg. It's now 3:15, still on the 2nd of October. This is the spot where I stopped walking the England Coast Path to go and find my caravan. When I eventually found reception, it took me another 3/4 of an hour to get to the caravan. It's the second biggest haven complex of caravans in the UK. Over 1,000. I hope to go along and finish this section now. Here's the permissive path, turning right. The permissive path is making use of this network of footpaths and tracks between the caravan sites and the sea. It turns us off this sign here, through the well-established dune-type area. Not quite so much up and downy, and not sandy hard going. But it's wending its way through. Through a gateway. And half left. Half right, rather. Half right. I think we're coming to the end of the permissive path section. They seem to have some well-established signs now that go on the edge of the Haven Caravan Park. There they are. So we're back on track. There's a sign hidden away. And in front of the caravans, the track's still going this way. Looking over the hedge, there's a row of bungalows between where we are and the sea. We're going along the edge of the caravan park. There's a clear sign which brings us out here. Now I suppose it goes straight on along the cliff edge. Ah, here's the sign. Being through pub that way. And looking back and down at the shore. I was presuming the path went this way, but there is a sticker on the barrier here. That was the right-hand path. Joining it with this one. No signs to indicate which is the correct one. Is this as far as this goes? Barrier at the fence, and then you have to go along the edge of the fence to the road. Corner, there's the confirmation of that. Going in the corner down the look. It's this way, along the fence. And at the end of the fence we get the compressors, and then we've got the signs there. And again. Ooh, this looks fascinating. Down there. You can either take the long way or the short way. I'm going to go this one because I can see a sign at the end. At the bottom there's this sign, so we take it that that means down there. Left is a big ravine, drops down very steeply. Been here a long time, this path. And still on this track. The path eventually comes down to a promenade. I hope that's one that goes all the way along past the front of Filey. The only path is this one. and there's no sign for it, so I don't know whether this is the proper path or not. But there's no sign for going along the beach either. Well, that's up those steps. There's only about a dozen, but they're very high. And that was right, because at the end here we've got the signs. And that's the view at the top. A long way above the beach now, right from sea level to start with. Golf course on the left. The view looking south or backwards, just a spot of rain. Approaching the edge of Filey now. Path descending. Through the undergrowth. Some golfers. Another sign, horse symbol. Behind there's a special path for the horses, and we're over the bridge. Down the steps, the final two steps down to the track at the bottom. Down the steps to the bottom then. There's a bridge at the very bottom over the stream. 18-hole mini golf. There's a track that way and this way, which is the way I thought it would be, because it's coming out on the promenade at Filey. Easy walking at last. There is a track on the left going up there, but I hope that's not the... We're down at sea level now, that's the view. So I assume the way is along the promenade. It'd be silly to use any other track up the top of the cliff when there's this available. So at the moment I've got it along here. I hope we see some repeater signs in a minute. Just to confirm it's Filey. Toilets open, end of season 2nd of October. Still no sign of any signs. We've got a nice colourful load of beach eyes though. Quite a high sea wall here, so if the tide comes in it's got plenty of scope before it floods over. But when the waves beat against it, it soon lets the waves come across. There are also signs up here, so I'll go and have a look at what they say. And there's a peddling pool without any water. And that's where I've just come up. And in the absence of any signs, you can either go down there and up the steps or along the pavement. They both join up. And there it is. That's a little insignificant one, isn't it? The side pavement track joins the one down the pullover here. But the symbol stuck to the post was on this one. Lone promenade I go. The rain seemed to have cleared off for the moment. We want to get to Filey Brigg, the commemorative stone, which is the point where the next section starts. Very nice beach at Filey. Not anywhere near as big as Bridlington and Scarborough. Much more quiet, I think, than those. Over a bridge which gets you from the road to the shore, and then we have one of these here. What is it? Bonzo. Oh, it's Bonzo the seal. Keep Filey looking beautiful. Bonzo the seal. It's a funny name for a seal, but there it is. A little Bonzo. Stop attacks. Never feed the gulls. Some more toilets here. Lifeguards off duty. And a sort of anchor. Walk through the crazy Gulf. We've got all sorts of obstacles here. Oh, there's one of these. Just look at that. It's a blue one. The final obstacle on the crazy Gulf. And then the amusements. Looks as if the amusements are closed down now. Not been any signs since that one on the post, the small one. I assume that it's along the front. Welcome to Filey. And we've got, if you can see that, England Coast Path and Yorkshire Walls Way, and then they both go along together on the right hand one. That's good. So it is this way. I remember going along here on the Walls Way. Church Ravine. It's going to be up these steps. Another of those very small signs, and up the step way up it comes to a shelf here, and then it carries on. I think there's some signs. That's that way. And it's zigzagging around this one and up here. And just about at the top, not quite. See now, a long way down. Oh, not quite. Look at this. And we're up, but not quite enough. A few more. And we are up this time. Onto the level area at the top of the cliff. A view of Filey Brigg and our track leading to the monument at the end. Still some way by the look of it. This section of path crumbling away. I don't think this can be the right way, so I'm going to turn back. It doesn't look very safe. After all, there's a hole coming in the path just there, so I'm going to go back. And round another way. It looks as this is beginning to be established as an alternative. You can see it here. I suppose there might have been a way through there at one time, but it looks overgrown now. Quite a lot of wear on this section, this way. Ooh. I wouldn't have seen that if I hadn't have come this way. It's a long way around. Comes to a car parking area. Lots of caravans. Looks as if it's one area where people can stay in the caravans. And over there is a rather quaint church. I'm going to keep as near to the edge as I possibly can. So I'm going down here and up the other side. Obviously there's no signs for that diversion. And that diversion got us a long way away from the cliff edge. Let's have a look. Go along the track here, there's a sign at the end but that's around that dangerous cliff edge. So it joins up here. Let's have a look. They've got a new sign. I'll stick to calling it the England Coast Path, and it does go this way. Let's have a look. But that wasn't very safe. Down the steps. I'll go back and join it up. Nearly 4:45 now. So I've returned by the coast path to the point where I didn't like it before, where it was falling away. Those are the steps to come down then, and then down. And that's the way the steps reel away, but there's no handrail, it makes it very awkward. And I find it easier to come up and like that than go down. I said I'm not going to go down with the camera in my hand as well. Down and round. A section with the handrail. And then the handrail disappears. Down to the bottom. We've got a sign at the bottom, and then it's down and up that side. Up this side. That's where I've just come up, turning, carrying on up, until we get to another set of steps that go on and on and on. It's starting to rain again, and there we are, at the top, just a little way now to the end. Beware, dangerous cliff. Where the cars are parked is the end. You don't go along the Brigg. Even nearer to the end now. This is the section from Hull to Filey Brigg, but it's not all open yet. Only the 20 miles from south of Bridlington. I'll have a look at these signs. This one tells us about Filey Brigg, and this one tells us that Filey is on the England Coast Path and the Cleveland Way, and also the Rolls Way. You are just there. Cleveland Way and England Coast Path. I think when this was here we hadn't got the England Coast Path down there. It's now nearly 5 o'clock and I'm quite wet and miserable.